Yeah, and I expect how the Warriors have played the last few games. They went up against the Vincent's team. The score was a little bit closer than what the game actually indicated, 104-95 victory. And, I mean, we just expect this Warriors team to handle business, very well here today. But we are set for tip-off. Chloe Dallas, Madison Lewis had herself a big game last time out here. 25 points against Vincent. She was red hot from deep. Chloe Dallas, Madison Lewis, beautiful Wahida, Leah Smith, and Kieran Brunson to start off the game as Chloe Dallas wins the tip for the Warriors. Gets it to Brunson. Brunson goes up and gets blocked on the first shot attempt. But the Warriors will throw it in from out of bounds underneath their own basket.
Like the aggressiveness there, going right at it.
Lewis is looking to go up, loses the ball, gets it to Chloe Dallas. She looks to go up, misses, rebounded by Shepard. OCC trying to get offense started before the Warriors can. Peterson with the ball. She gets it up top to Gibson. Gibson trying to direct this Olney offense. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Leah Smith tried to get a steal, but it is thrown out of bounds by Gibson. And it's going to stay with Olney. It kind of looked like Gibson just threw it out of bounds, but they're going to say it was tipped. Lainey Hawkins throwing the ball in from out of bounds, and she's able to find an open player, but Wahid with a block, and Wahid starting this offense through transition. She slows it down, gets it to Brunson on the right wing. Right wing three from Brunson, no good, and rebounded by Hawkins. Hawkins being guarded by Wahid, and now up to Gibson. 0-0 here with just a minute underway into this ball game. Gibson dribbling over, loses the ball, gets smacked out of bounds by Lewis. A little bit of a slow start, Zach.
Yeah, Wabash Valley getting some good looks. That Brunson three was wide open, just kind of a little off left. I'm sure some of those will start to fall as we get in rhythm.
Gibson passes it out, but it's stolen by Lewis. Lewis and Wahid, a 2-on-1. Lewis tries to dump it off, but Hawkins is able to get a hand on it underneath, and it will be back to OCC. As Hawkins now has the possession, being guarded by Wahid on the left wing. She's dribbling around, trying to find an open man. Gets it to Gibson. Gibson in the corner. She drives, throws up a floater, no good. And rebounded by Olney, and they get the first bucket of the game. That's Courtney Dove on the bucket.
She's their leading scorer, plays well in the post, can shoot it a little bit too.
Olney leads 2-0 here early in this ball game. They feed the ball down to Dallas. What a pass to Aaliyah Smith. Big body, not able to finish. Brunson rebounds, throws up a wild shot, and is rebounded by Peterson. Olney starting off probably the way they wanted to here today as Hawkins is driving in on the left side. Steps back, mid-range jumper, no good. Gets another rebound. Mid-range shot is no good once again. Dallas up the court to Aaliyah Smith. Wide open layup is good. Scheidecker not very happy with Lewis just not going for the rebound at all. But luckily it turned into a Wabash Valley layup as Gibson tries to get it up court, and they do. As Olney gets another open layup, Dove pump fakes Dallas, but Dallas is able to get the rebound, and she's leading the fast break. 2-2 here with 7.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Lewis, right corner, pump fakes the three, gets it up top to Aaliyah Smith. She'll take the three and knocks it down.
Good start for Aaliyah Smith, all 5 points for Wabash Valley here early on.
Hawkins tries to get it to Gibson, stolen by Brunson. Brunson tried to get it down low to Lewis, but it's batted away. Olney will take possession. Gibson being guarded by Aaliyah Smith. Smith trying to go for a steal, wasn't able to get it. Hawkins up top to Dove. Dove will take the three. No good. Rebounded by Wahid. Wahid in transition. Slows it down. Back out to Madison Lewis. Wide open. Right wing three is no good, but batted around to beautiful Wahid. Aaliyah Smith, deep left wing three. No good, but rebounded by Lewis, and they're going to leave Lewis wide open. Right wing three this time, and that's in.
Yeah, you can't leave Madison Lewis wide open like that. She's a good three-point shooter, 36.3% on the season.
And we saw our last game score 25 points, but we're going to get a timeout here from Olney, and it's going to be a full one, so we'll take about a minute break.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Before coming to Senior Enrichment Center, I was so depressed that I couldn't get out of bed. That all changed once I started seeing Danielle, the social worker, and Melanie, the nurse. They have been so kind and they truly care about my health. They have helped me to be able to go out and have shown me the importance of how to deal with my problems in a more constructive way. I think anyone who is experiencing grief, depression, anxiety, or isolation can benefit from this program. The Senior Enrichment Center has changed my life.
And we are back here on 89.1 The Bash and News Channel 15 YouTube, as Olney will start out of the timeout with possession. 8-2, your Warriors lead here in the early goings. 6.5 minutes remaining as Gibson is trying to get the ball up court for Olney, and Waheed tips it, but it worked out for Gibson. Gibson finds Hawkins at the top of the key. She finds Gibson at the top of the key as well. She backs up, tries to reset the offense. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Gibson gets it to Hawkins. Hawkins dribbling left. She's trying to dribble in, dumps it off to Dove inside, and blocked by beautiful Waheed. Her second block early on in this ball game. Dallas tried to lob it up to Smith, but it's knocked out of bounds by Gibson. Will stay with the Warriors.
Risky pass there, but it fell harmlessly to the court after Gibson knocked it away.
That's a pass that the Warriors are used to making quite frequently, as Smith throws it into Dallas. Dallas out to Madison Lewis, another open three, knocks it down. She's been red hot. Sorry, she's been red hot from 3 these past 2 games.
That's exactly what I was going to say. See how long she can keep it going here.
Olney trying to get the ball up court. Peterson does get it up to Shepard, and Shepard to Gibson. Gibson drives in on Dallas, passes out to Peterson. Peterson for 3, no good, and rebounded by Lewis. Lewis trying to corral the ball. She does on the left wing. She's going to lob it up to Smith on the right wing. Now gets it to Waheed. Waheed back to Smith. Another 3. No good, but rebounded by Dallas. Dallas tried to throw it inside, but knocked down Gibson. No foul called as Olney trying to get a transition points. Gibson pump fakes the 3. Goes back out, but it's stolen as Waheed will be called for a foul, unfortunately, after the reach-in.
Yeah, just trying to go quick in transition there. Got a little bit of Gibson's arm that time reaching in. Gibson, a good ball handler for OCC. She's pass first kind of point guard style.
Some teams really just need a pass first point guard, but 11-2 in favor of the Warriors as the inbound pass is stolen by Chloe Dallas. Leah Smith leading transition, dumps it off to Waheed, and we know how great of a facilitator Aaliyah Smith is. Finds the open Waheed, and now it's 13-2 with 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Gibson trying to find an open night, but just dribbles around the entire Wabash defense, dumps it off to Peterson. Or excuse me, that's Shepard on the layup. And Olney gets their second bucket. But Aaliyah Smith looking to drive in. She's had herself a good game so far. Goes out to Madison Lewis for 3, no good. Rebounded by Hawkins. Hawkins gets it to Gibson. Gibson being guarded by Waheed, but she's going to get doubled. Now dumps it off to Hawkins. Aaliyah Smith almost able to get the ball. And couldn't really tell you how that stays with Olney, as it looked like Hawkins just threw it out of bounds. But they're going to say it's Olney ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, Austin.
I'm not sure about that one at all. It didn't look like Aaliyah Smith. She may have undercut Hawkins a little bit, but not enough to get a hand on the ball. But Olney will have possession. Peterson looks to take a screen from Shepard, doesn't use it. Allen is now into the game for the Warriors, as well as Nakia Harris. And Nakia Harris, she forces a steal as she gets into the ball game. Lewis lobs it up to Waheed. Waheed left-handed, no good. And Gibson, smallest player on the court, gets the rebound. And she's going to slow things down. Nope, Nakia Harris is able to get another steal. Lobs it up to Lewis. Wide open, layup is good for Lewis.
And Nakia Harris fresh into the game, making her presence felt on defense, couple steals in a row, and then a long assist on that one.
It's what this Warriors team has been so good about doing, and we get another steal from Waheed, and Of course, it's Madison Lewis on the wide open layup. 17-4 here in this first quarter. The Warriors are pouring it on. But Olney's able to get the ball up court relatively quick. Peterson gets it to Gibson. Now Gibson on the left wing. She's looking to take a three. She does, but it's blocked by Lewis and rebounded by Shepard, and she is fouled by Aaliyah Smith on the layup attempt and will go to the line for two.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. Smith even putting her hand up like, yeah, I got her forearm on that one. But what a start for Wabash Valley. And this one, Madison Lewis, 10 of those 17 points. A couple of three balls, a couple of fast break baskets. She's picking up right where she left off against Vincennes the other night.
Well, we saw this Warriors team give up 94 points against Vincennes, which Vincennes, the number 3 scoring team in the country at 86 points per game. But this Warriors team, we didn't see a lot of defense in that game, is the only way to put it. But today, this Warriors defense is showing up. As Shepard was able to make the first free throw, second one rims in and out, and Allen's able to get the rebound, finds Lewis on the right wing. She's looking to get a screen from Nakia Harris, gets it over to Leah Smith on the left wing, dribble moves, dumps it off to Harris, and Harris could have gotten the and one, but she finishes through contact, making it 19-5 in favor of the Warriors. Here with a little bit under 3 minutes remaining. Olney trying to speed up the pace of the game. Wide open shot from Shepard, no good. And Nakia Harris was able to get the miss off the mid-range shot. Harris, we know how great of a dribbler she is. She gets it out to Allen, right wing three, no good. Wahid fighting for the ball, but Olney able to get the rebound as Peterson gets it to Shepard and Shepard to Gibson. Gibson getting doubled, but she finds Shepard. And now dumping it off to Brunton, and that's in. Wide open layup for Olney makes it 19-7 with a little bit over 2 minutes remaining. Aaliyah Smith, top of the key, gets it to Lewis. Left wing three, no good. And Gibson's able to get the rebound, being guarded by Allen and Wahid. She's able to keep her handle, unbelievable. And now she's on the right wing. Looks like Kyrie Irving out there. Peterson, three is good. Had an open three, she took it and was able to knock it down for the Knights. Allen driving in for the Warriors, tries to get it to Aaliyah Smith, but it's stolen by Gibson. Gibson up the court, finds an open Knight. She passes it out, and an open shot again for Shepard.
Oh, the Lady Knights firing back in this one all of a sudden.
Yeah, 7-0 run from the Knights. A minute and a half remaining. Aaliyah Smith, deep three, tried to answer back, but misses. Allen with the rebound. She goes up and is fouled. And will go to the line for two.
Foul's going to be on Brock Bitterman. She's the tallest player for OCC, comes off the bench. Looks like Murray and Porter are going to check in for Wabash Valley.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Porter. We didn't see a whole lot of her against Vincennes, as you know the score was kept close and not a lot of Murray either. But we know how impactful they are defensively, as Allen's able to hit her first free throw.
And that really is for them. You know, they both were scorers in high school, but here early in this program, as come the kind of the younger players, they're asked to not score as much, but they really pick it up defensively when they're in the game, and that's something you like to see from the young players.
Yeah, I mean, it's big roles. Each player on this team has their roles that Luke Scheidker asked for, and he gets the most out of his players. As Olney trying to get a couple more good possessions before the quarter ends, and they're passing the ball around. They find Peterson for three, no good. And Murray was able to knock it out of the hands of Brunton, and Porter was able to get the rebound. She passes over to Nakia Harris on the left wing. She dumps it off right wing to Porter for three. No good. Rebounded by Harris. Harris gets it to Lewis, and now Lewis looking to get a screen from Harris. Lewis going left, gets it to Harris. Harris shuffles her feet, could have called a walk. She dumps it out to Lewis on the left side. She goes up right-handed, no good. And it's rebounded by Olney, but it's going to be stolen right back by Porter. 35 seconds left on the game clock here in the first quarter. Harris out to Murray, right wing three, no good. Porter fighting for the rebound, but it is rebounded by, finally, Olney. As Peterson being guarded by Lewis. Peterson trying to dump it off. She gets it to Gibson, but it's stolen by Dallas. Dallas, hard pass to Porter. She had the open layup, but Porter was not able to corral it and put the layup in. She had the open layup, Zach.
Yeah, I just couldn't catch the pass. It was a hard pass, but it's one that has to be caught.
21-12, 8.7 seconds left here in the first quarter. Olney keeping it close here in this first quarter. Lainey Hawkins has the ball for Olney. She's trying to get up court, trying on Madison Lewis. They throw it up. Cannon has 1 second, and Olney's not able to get a shot up, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. 21-12, a little bit closer than what the Warriors would probably like for it to be after 1 quarter, but we'll take about a minute break.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Before coming to Senior Enrichment Center, I was so depressed that I couldn't get out of bed. That all changed once I started seeing Danielle, the social worker, and Melanie, the nurse. They have been so kind, and they truly care about my health. They have helped me to be able to go out and have shown me the importance of how to deal with my problems in a more constructive way. I think anyone who is experiencing grief, depression, anxiety, or isolation can benefit from this program. The Senior Enrichment Center has changed my life.
And we're back as your Lady Warriors are up 21-12 after 1 against OCC. Austin Harrelson here alongside me, Zach, in this first game of a doubleheader here today, the last regular season game for both the ladies and the men's team. But the Warriors are up 21-12 right now. Olney will start with possession after the first quarter. Gibson being guarded by Aaliyah Smith, who's back into the ball game. Gibson gets to Hawkins. Hawkins dribbling out, finds Cannon. Cannon, a little bit of a type of a weave offense here for Olney. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hawkins tries to get it back to Gibson, but it goes through Gibson's hands and will go out of bounds. And possession will go back to the Warriors.
Yeah, that's kind of a unique version of the motion offense. Not as much, it wasn't really dribble handoffs. They were passing it, but it really was the same concept as that kind of motion offense. But then that last one just out of the reach of Gibson.
Aaliyah Smith, main ball handler for this Warriors team, dribbles over to the left side, cross-court pass to Murray, now to Brunson driving baseline, tries to get it to Dallas, but it's stolen by Gibson. Gibson's having herself a great game so far. She's able to dribble around Dallas, or at least trying to. Finds Hawkins. Hawkins drives in and gets the layup on the right side. 7-point ball game as Aaliyah Smith lobs it up to Dallas as she does have the mismatch. Dallas misses the first shot, tries to put it back up and is, and one, finishes through the contact.
Well, she just wanted an extra rebound. That's why she missed the first one. But all right, Chloe Dallas, we talk about it all the time. She's pretty much always the tallest player on the court, but it's not just that. We've seen plenty of players in basketball, men's and women's, that have the size but don't use it correctly. But Chloe Dallas is strong. She likes to go that one power dribble and then right back up with it.
And we saw there how she was able to finish through contact, which she is so good at doing, as she finishes the three-point play, 24-14. A minute into the second quarter, and the ball stolen by Porter. Murray goes up with the right hand, and a nice little floater layup type shot from Murray. And now, Warriors up 26-14, pickpocketed by Smith.
Well, that gives me an opportunity to talk about that play from Murray just moments ago. First of all, shout out to Makaya Porter. That was a steal all the way in the corner, and then she had to quickly turn around and keep it in bounds. And right to Murray, she spun around that little floater, as you mentioned. That was a really nifty move.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd classify that as a layup or a floater or what that's classified as, but Murray was able to get the finish. We know how great Murray is around the mid-range area as well, as that's going to be a 10-second violation.
OCC just wasn't aware there that the ball had been knocked out of bounds by Aaliyah Smith, as we had mentioned, and then they only had a couple seconds to get across the timeline, and nobody was aware. And so they just inbounded it nonchalantly, and then next thing you know, it's a 10-second violation.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication there. Olney running a zone here against the Warriors. We saw Vincennes do that. We saw how good the Warriors were against it, but Luke Scheidecker calling a timeout, trying to get his team a little bit of a breather, as it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second break with them.
Before coming to Senior Enrichment Center, I was so depressed that I couldn't get out of bed. That all changed once I started seeing Danielle, the social worker, and Melanie, the nurse. They have been so kind, and they truly care about my health. They have helped me to be able to go out and have shown me the importance of how to deal with my problems in a more constructive way. I think anyone who is experiencing grief, depression, anxiety, or isolation can benefit from this program. The Senior Enrichment Center has changed my life.
And we are back after our 30-second timeout by the Lady Warriors. 26-14, 8.5 minutes left here in the first half. Zach, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, you know, Wabash Valley, obviously the calling card is the defense and that press, and they're doing a good job of that here. You know, the Lady Knights had a little spurt there towards the end of the first quarter. They got them closer back into it, but other than that little spurt they had, Wabash Valley's been really stifling on defense.
Warriors will start underneath their own basket. Leah Smith finds a wide open Brunson, left wing three. No good. Rebounded by Porter. Porter gets it out to a beautiful Wahid on the right wing, gets it up top to Chloe Dallas. She pump fakes the three. Wide open layup for her on the right side, and that is good.
That's such a great move because you do have to go out there. She can't hit the three if she's left wide open. They had to close out. She took advantage.
Gibson really weaving in and out of this defense and finds a wide open Brunton for the layup. Wide open Bitterman. My mistake, as Olney's able to get another steal. And Aaliyah Smith trying to get a steal, but Gibson just dribbling around everyone on this Warriors defense. Wide open again is Bitterman, and it's missed shot, rebounded by Dallas. Aaliyah Smith one-on-one. She's going to go up right-handed. No good. Too hard off the backboard. And Olney was able to get the rebound back, 28-16. Not too far of a game as the Warriors were really hoping for. But Bitterman, another open lane, passes it out to Slocum with the open range shot, and that is good. 10-point ball game here as Aaliyah Smith has the ball on the right wing for the Warriors. Now up top to Chloe Dallas. 2-3 zone by Olney. Let's see if the shooting by the Warriors can come through as Porter has the ball in the left corner, gets it up to Brunson. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Brunson gets to Wahid on the right wing. She dribble drives, gets out to Brunson. Left wing three. No good, but Dallas almost got the rebound, got her hand on it. And they're going to call a reach around foul on beautiful Wahid.
It's going to be her second here in the first half. Both of them on reach-in fouls, trying to poke the ball away. You know, it's hard to do that with Cadence Gibson. She has shown early on here she is an elite ball handler. I mean, that one time she fell on the ground but kept her dribble alive and got back up. Really good ball handler. It's tough to try to reach in on her, and Wahid's picked up a couple fouls that way.
Yeah, and you know, that's what Leah Smith also likes to do, is try and pickpocket, try to get easy points, but only trying to get the ball up the court. And they're going to be close on time. And Gibson finally gets across half court, but doubled. And Olney's able to get a quick timeout, a 30-second timeout, and we'll take a 30-second break along with them.
Support provided by the Spring Fling and Market, presented by Charlie's Collision and Customs and the Greenhouse Collective on Saturday, May 4th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. to be held at Charlie's on Wabash 10 Avenue, just off of Highway 1 South in Mount Carmel. Vendors may sign up for the event with both outdoor and insulated indoor spaces available. For more information, Mick Swain can be reached via Facebook Messenger or at the Greenhouse Collective mtc@gmail.com. The Spring Fling and Market on Saturday, May 4th in Mount Carmel.
And we're back here on 89.1 The Bash, News Channel 15 YouTube after the 30-second timeout.
You already know that the first
18 with 6:38 left in the first half. Olney keeping themselves in it.
Well, you know, Austin, at one point in that first quarter, it was 17-4 Wabash Valley. Now it's only 28-18. Olney on a big run right now.
Yeah, Cadence Gibson being the main contributor of it as a facilitator. She's being guarded by Madison Lewis at the top of the key. She's trying to hand it off to Peterson, as she does at the top of the key. Now trying to get it to Hawkins, but Gibson backdoors was open, but it's a shot from Slocum. No good from deep, as Lewis is able to get the rebound for the Warriors. Aaliyah Smith on the right wing dumps it off down low to Dallas, but they're going to get the offensive foul against Chloe Dallas. As Dallas, we just talked about that power dribble. She used her shoulder that time. I think that's a good call.
A little bit, just enough contact there for it to work out. Oh, and Dove steps out of bounds. Gave it right back.
Yeah, I was about to say, Olney throws it into Dove, and she just stepped out of bounds. I don't know where she stepped out of bounds at, but it'll be Warriors basketball. Leah Smith, right wing three, open and falls.
Smith's second three of the ball game.
It's what when you run a zone defense against this Warriors squad, that's what you're going to get. As Gibson gets it up to Dove on Dallas. Dove too hard, no good, but Slocum up, no good. Rebounded by Chloe Dallas. Dallas up to Aaliyah Smith. They've got numbers. She in between the legs to Dallas, and one again. Through the contact, Chloe Dallas.
You know, that play started on the other end with Chloe Dallas's defense to affect the shot from Dove and then get the rebound on the putback attempt. And then the other way, I mean, Aaliyah Smith's ability to, do stuff like that. Bounce it between her legs back to Dallas, the trailing Dallas. Dallas' strong finish. I mean, that's just pretty basketball.
Aaliyah Smith, a streaky shooter, as Chloe Dallas misses the free throw, but man, she is always there as a facilitator. As Gibson against the double team, she's able to dribble through it, but still getting doubled. She's trying to dump it down to Hawkins. Hawkins to Peterson, and now Peterson to Slocum inside. She throws it out, and it's stolen by Brunson. 2-on-2 with Lewis. Brunson just going to take it herself, goes up and one. Probably should have gotten an and one there, and finishes through the contact. 7-0 run for the Warriors. Gibson dribbling around everyone. Dumps it off down low to Slocum. And Dove is able to get the ball, but it's stolen by Aaliyah Smith. But she tried to lob it up to Madison Lewis. Madison Lewis, a little bit of miscommunication there from the Warriors. Hawkins being guarded by Lewis. She dribbles in, out to Dove for the open mid-range shot on the left side. No good. Rebounded by Slocum. And Slocum trying to throw it to someone, finds Dove. Up top to Hawkins for three. No good. Rebounded by Dallas. And Dallas tries to throw it up to Brunson, almost loses control, but she's going to try and take it all the way herself, and she does. And misses the layup, rebounded by Olney. That's a little fast-paced game right now from both sides. Gibson trying to dribble around Lewis. She does. Open mid-range shot, no good. And now Brunson leading the charge. 3-on-2. And is thrown out of bounds, and it will be Olney basketball.
Yeah, they're trying to go quick. Wabash Valley is such a big part of their game, is the transition, being faster than the other team. And sometimes things like that happens, and they can't quite control it. They'll set up the press again, though. Let's get another steal and do it again.
Yeah, Warriors still on a 7-0 run. Coming out of a timeout. 35-18. A little bit over 4 minutes remaining. As you could have called a carry is what I'm trying to say. But Gibson has the ball for Olney up top. Being guarded by Lewis. She gets it over on the right wing to Peterson. Peterson trying to find someone. Gets a screen. Throws up a three from the right side. Nothing but air on that one. Madison Lewis gets the rebound. Lewis stepping back. Gets it to Brunson on the left wing. Open three. No good. She also had nothing but air.
Yeah, on Peterson's, it was just short. On Brunson, she just missed it wide right. Had the strength on it, but just didn't have the angle.
And that's the really cool thing about this Warrior squad, is everyone on the court is capable of being great three-point shooters. As Olney is trying to get the ball up court, Gibson doing what she's done all day, dribbling and weaving through the defense. She's on the left wing. She's going to get a screen from Dove. And now Gibson being guarded by Brunson throws up a three, no good. As Harris now checked into the game for the Warriors, gets it up to Brunson. Brunson goes up right-handed, no good. Rebounded by Harris. And they're gonna late whistle Gibson on the foul on Brunson.
Yeah, that was quite late. I do agree with the call. I was kind of surprised they didn't call it immediately.
But it was just a late whistle. I didn't expect them to call the whistle at that point.
Very late.
But Brunson goes to the line. She's a very capable free throw shooter. Makes her first one. We'll see if she can make her second one. 36-18, 3:22 left here in the first half. First game of a doubleheader here today for the last regular season games of the season. As Peterson now throws it to Shepard. Shepard trying to get it to Gibson. Gibson trying to throw it up. She does, and they're going to call it 10-second. As Gibson lobbed the ball up to Hawkins, and then after the pass was made, and almost to Hawkins, then that's when they blow the whistle. We got some interesting whistles, at least timing of the calls here today. As Olney still running a 2-3, Brunson finds a wide open Allen for three, no good. Harris trying to get the rebound, she does. She tries to throw it out to Smith, but Harris is able to get that rebound. Smith was open, but she chooses not to take it. Gets a screen from Harris and dumps it off to Brunson. We know she likes going baseline. Back up top to Smith. Now right wing three from Allen. No good. And rebounded by Olney. Gibson trying to facilitate something for Olney here as they're on a dry spell. 9-0 run for the Warriors as Peterson drives in. She just dribbles right out of bounds. And it will be Warriors basketball.
Well, that's just really good defense from Harris and Allen. They didn't foul. They just took out the space. They cut off the space, and Peterson had nowhere to go.
That's all you can ask to do when you're guarding baseline is just take away that space for the offensive player. Leah Smith at the top of the key. She's going to get it to Brunson now at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Allen. Brunson driving in right side and is going to get an offensive foul as Dove apparently had position there. Might not have liked where her feet were planted. Thought she might have been in the restricted area.
Oh, this is a similar crew that was at OCC in the women's game that called 6 charges in that game. There's already 2 today.
And Olney able to get it up to Peterson. Probably should have called a travel there. And now to Gibson. Gibson dribbling left, weaving in and out. Finds Hawkins open for right wing three. No good. And Hawkins is going to get her own rebound. She finds Gibson at the top of the key as she dribbles out. She's going to try and throw it into Dove, but fakes the pass to Peterson. Wide open corner three for Peterson. And that's good from the right side. Ending that dry spell for Olney. Still 37-21, 140 left in the first half. Aaliyah Smith at the top of the key against this 2-3 zone. Allen on the right wing. She gets it into Brunson at the top of the post. And she's going to get it to Harris in the post. Back out to Lewis for three. Got it.
Lewis's third three of the game. That one wide open. They just destroyed that zone exactly how you're supposed to.
Yeah, you're just supposed to find the open three-point shooter on each wing and see if you can make it. But Peterson for Olney. Olney's been able to break the press so far here today, and an open layup for Shepard, but she misses, rebounded by Harris. Harris has numbers, tries to get it to Smith, does get it to Smith, and she has the wide open layup. It probably should have been stolen, but Smith was able to snag it as Brunson is able to steal. Brunson goes up right-handed, no good, a little bit too strong, rebounded by Dove. And now to Gibson. Gibson being guarded by Lewis. Under 45 seconds left here in the first half. As Gibson tried to throw it up to Hawkins, but it's stolen by Allen. Wide open layup for Brunson, left-handed, is good. 44-21 now, 30 seconds left in the first half. About 1 second in between game and shot clock. Dove lobbing it up, throws it too hard over the head of Shepard, and now Harris has the ball. Warriors will get, or at least try to get the final shot. Harris in the corner to Brunson. Brunson driving in. Allen now driving baseline to Brunson as she goes left-handed up and in through the contact. And that should end the first half, 46-21. high-scoring first half, as always, for the Warriors, and their defense has been prevalent in this ball game. 46-21, as we'll take a few minutes, and we'll be back with our halftime recap, and we'll talk about the men's game coming up after this.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Support provided by the Wabash Valley Arts Council, welcoming acclaimed musical artist Chris Valillo and old-time roots music, Thursday, March 21st at 7 p.m. in the Rubeck Arts Center on the campus of Wabash Valley College. Ticket information is available by phone at 618-263-5164. Patron passes will be honored.
Little town news, rusty old horseshoes.
Support provided by the Spring Fling and Market, presented by Charlie's Collision and Customs and the Greenhouse Collective on Saturday, May 4th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. to be held at Charlie's on Wabash 10 Avenue, just off of Highway 1 South in Mount Carmel. Vendors may sign up for the event with both outdoor and insulated indoor spaces available. For more information, Mick Swain can be reached via Facebook Messenger or at the Greenhouse Collective mtc@gmail.com. The Spring Fling and Market on Saturday, May 4th in Mount Carmel.
Hi, my name is Rylan Robb. I am from Albion, Illinois, and I am a radio TV major here at Wabash Valley College. From broadcasting all sorts of sports games to produce.
And we are back here in Mount Carmel, Illinois on 89.1 The Bash and News Channel 15 YouTube as your Lady Warriors are up 46-21 over the Olney Central College Knights here today. Last games of the regular season for the ladies, for the Lady Warriors, as well as the men's team as well. It's going to be a little bit of a tougher matchup in the second half of our doubleheader, but talking about this game a little bit, you know, my main takeaway, Madison Lewis is still red hot from last game. Zach, what are your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, OCC is running this zone, and Wabash Valley's just tearing it apart right now. You know, Lewis has 3 3-pointers, Smith has 2. That's only 5 3-pointers for Wabash Valley, although 5 in 1/2. Doesn't matter who it's coming from. That's good. They're just the 2 that have been getting open. And then they're also doing really good down low. Brunson driving. She's got 8 points. Chloe Dallas has 7 already. Smith with those 2 3-pointers has 10. Madison Lewis has 13 already. Harris has a couple down low. You know, they're just kind of scoring at will right now. And a big part is the defense, too. I mean, Olney had a little bit of a run there where they went from, they were down 17-4, and then they were only down 28-18. They had a good run there. They were only down 10. And then Wabash Valley proceeded to take over for the rest of the second quarter. And where it ended up now at 46-21, the Knights only scored 3 points there in the last several minutes of the first half. Wabash Valley's defense really locked in.
Yeah, and, you know, we talked about it off air. Vincent's ran a 2-3 zone the entire ball game against this Warriors team this past weekend, and it's kind of the same story. I personally think it's relatively easy, especially if you're a good shooting team, to beat a 2-3 zone, and I think that, you know, the Warriors, they don't have to shoot threes all the time. That, you know, and we talk about that. And this team doesn't shoot a whole lot of threes because usually teams run a man-to-man against them. Most of the time, the Warriors are picking up a win. And the past few games, they've been seeing seeing zones, and they might still see zones, you know, as they move, you know, towards this, you know, the playoffs and stuff like that.
Well, you know, it's just so hard for other teams in the conference and the region to play man because there's just so many athleticism mismatch problems. I mean, who in the GRAC is supposed to just guard beautiful Wahid one-on-one? Who's supposed to guard Chloe Dallas in the paint one-on-one? It's tough. So I understand why these teams do try to run zones, but, you know, that's the sign of a good team. If you can win against man and win against zone, well, you're winning a lot, and that's what the Lady Warriors do.
And I love that Luke Scheidecker. Madison Lewis has not been a starter all season. And, you know, after her outburst of a performance, you know, feed the hot hand, let the hot shooter start. She, you know, Scheidecker puts her in the lineup, and she's been, you know, having another great game so far. And I think that adds another aspect to this team heading forward. Because, can you read me how many points Beautiful Wahid has?
She has two.
Two.
On a fast break layup.
She's the leading scorer on this team. Obviously, you know, no Shemaya Reed as well today. She didn't play Saturday as well, but this is what that's what this team is built for. Is, you know, if you're not able to have one of your better players in the lineup, you're able to just pick and play someone, and they're able to show up.
I think that's the best aspect of this Wabash Valley team, and yearly with Coach Luke Scheidecker's teams, is the depth. You know, you want to talk about they score 100 points a game, they're top 5 in steals, and those things obviously are important, but that doesn't happen without the depth that this team has. I mean, at any given time, you know, there's basically 2 starting lineups. You could start anybody that comes off the bench for Wabash Valley. Let's start on a lot of teams in junior college women's basketball. And then, you know, we talked a little bit in the first half about both Murray and Porter about how they're really just asked to play really good defense and hustle and rebound. They can score. They did it in high school. That's just not what they're asked to do right now. Next year they probably will a lot more, but, you know, you've got so much depth that you got 2 really good, you know, prolific high school scorers that are just out there to play defense right now because there's so many other scorers on the court.
And see, it's nice that they're still even getting playing time. Like, you know, a lot of teams, and we see it, you know, more from the men's side, you know, when you bring in freshmen, you let them sit, you let them, you know, because it's a totally different game when it comes from high school to college. And the Warriors are able to just really plug and play it literally feels like anyone they throw in there, they're going to be successful. And I think that's really, you know, it's really encouraging, especially at the end of the season where you see someone like Madison Lewis performing better than what she has all season. And, you know, it's just nice to see that this team is, you know, keeping up the culture, keeping up the tradition of women's basketball here at Wabash Valley. But going to the men's game, it's a big-time game. Warriors coming off a pretty big loss is the only way to put it against Vincennes. They were missing Kaleem Taylor, but this Warriors team, they dropped the other game to Vincennes as well at Vincennes, but it didn't help that Kaleem Taylor wasn't in the lineup. And they're going up against another one of the other top teams in the region in Olney Central. You watched the game last time. Do you maybe want to elaborate a little bit on this matchup?
Yeah, you know, Olney Central's the top team in the conference this year. You know, Vincennes obviously not in the conference and in the region. They're kind of a toss-up, those two, for the top 2 teams in the region. But as far as the Great Rivers Athletic Conference and men's basketball, it's OCC's conference this year. They're 22-6 on the season. And in that matchup at OCC, they won 101-70, 31-point win. Now, Wabash Valley, that was a weird game, you know. OCC hit some shots that don't typically go in. You know, one rolled off the top of the backboard and fell in. Wabash Valley missed some bunnies. They make 8-9 times out of 10. So, it probably wasn't really, I wouldn't say that there's a 30-point difference in these teams, but OCC is a tough battle nonetheless, and it'll be really, I'm excited to see if Wabash Valley can close out the season at home where they've been so good, just 2 losses at home this season. It'll be nice to see that tough test. If they can somehow pick up a big win against the top team in the conference just before we start conference tournament play, that's a big deal.
It's a lot of momentum, especially, and, that's a big thing with basketball. And, coming into March, we have March Madness, and, when you look at, NCAA March Madness, you see those lower-seeded teams go on runs because they're the hot hands in the tournament.
And I will say, Wabash Valley, not going to be a low seed. They've had a good season.
And this is one of their better seasons that they've had in the past few years. And, props to, this team as a whole because they're very undersized compared to everyone else. But props to also a new coaching staff coming in. First-year coach Terrence McGee able to really turn things around is the only way to put it.
Brand new head coach, brand new assistant coach, brand new team. Only one returner.
An entire team.
Only one returner, and that's Brandon Razor Moore. I mean, it really is. We almost take it for granted because we've watched, pretty much every game, but it's like that's honestly a lot bigger deal and a lot harder to do than we probably let on.
No, and, before the season, this Warriors team probably didn't have the highest of expectations for the sole fact that it was a brand new team, brand new coach, and they've done very well in the conference. And, a team like Vincennes, that was the number 5 ranked team, at least on Saturday. I don't know if they've, redone rankings since then, but they're number 5 ranked team. Like, that's a great team. And, with one of the better defenses in the entire country. But we'll just have to see how that game turns up as your Lady Warriors. Some of them are making their way out of the locker room, but we'll take another few minutes and we will go to break. And when we come back, we'll have second half action.
You already know that the First National Bank is your real community bank, but have you met our people? It's the people inside that make us a community bank. We live here, we work here, we're your neighbors and your friends. When you bank with us, your money is reinvested in your community. At the First National Bank, our customers are more than an account number. People are the reason for this community. We're your hometown bank, serving the area since 1906. We are the First National Bank, where our people make the difference. Come see us today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Before coming to Senior Enrichment Center, I was so depressed that I couldn't get out of bed. That all changed once I started seeing Danielle, the social worker, and Melanie, the nurse. They have been so kind and they truly care about my health. They have helped me to be able to go out and have shown me the importance of how to deal with my problems in a more constructive way. I think anyone who is experiencing grief, depression, anxiety, or isolation can benefit from this program. The Senior Enrichment Center has changed my life.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has a huge selection of Jeeps and Chryslers. We have great deals, affordable financing, and an exceptional service department. Come see us today or view our new and pre-owned inventory at stevefaulknerautomotive.com. Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has a complete lineup of Fords. We have great deals, affordable financing, and an exceptional service department. Come see us today or view our new and pre-owned Fords at stevefaulknerautomotive.com.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service. Give us 2 business days. That's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
And we are back for second half action. Austin Harrelson alongside me, Zach Reynolds, in this first game of a doubleheader here today against Olney Central. Your Warriors lead 46-21 as we're ready to get started with the second half. Hopefully that this Warriors team can, just keep piling on what they've already done so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really good first half at 46-21. Defense was great. Offense was great. You just got to keep it going at this point.
Yeah, and if there's any team that knows how to really just keep pouring it on, it's this Warriors squad, and especially with a red-hot Madison Lewis right now. Really, she's the hot hand, and it's been just a little bit of someone here, a little bit of someone there. It's not really anyone else. It's an equal effort, which it's usually what it is. But today, so far, it's been Madison Lewis back-to-back games. Let's see if she can keep having just a great playing time, is what I'm trying to say, as she got her, I want to say her first start of the season today. But the Warriors will start with possession. Beautiful Waheed looking to pass it into Aaliyah Smith, and she does. 2-3 zone still from Olney. Brunson open on the right wing. Gets a screen from Dallas, dribbling in. Out to the corner to beautiful Waheed. Right corner three. No good. Almost rebounded by Lewis, but it's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Olney basketball.
Very good hustle by Lewis trying to save that one in bounds. Just couldn't quite do it. I like that from Waheed. That was a good open look. She just couldn't quite hit that three.
Waheed just trying to get on some of this three-point action here today. But Peterson has the ball on the right wing, tries to get a screen from Shepard. She doesn't use it, but throws up a three, no good. Dove able to get the rebound, no good. And Chloe Dallas gets the rebound, hands it off to Aaliyah Smith. And she's going to throw it right back to Dallas. Wide open layup from Dallas, misses, no good. And Dove gets the rebound. And now Hawkins being guarded by Madison Lewis. Hawkins trying to get a screen from Shepard. She does. Passes it out to Peterson, now to Shepard. Now back to Peterson at the top of the key, is stolen by Aaliyah Smith. And Aaliyah Smith wide open, right-handed layup is good. And within just a little bit over a minute of this first half, 48-21. Your Warriors trying to pour it on. Gibson gets it to Peterson. Peterson driving in, and another steal by Aaliyah Smith. And Aaliyah Smith wide open, and it's good. From the right side once again, trying to make it a 30-point game, but 29-point lead for the Warriors. Aaliyah Smith starting this second half the way that she was really hoping for. As Gibson has the ball at the top of the key, she's trying to direct this Olney offense. She tries to throw it down low to Shepard, but it's hit away by Brunson. Peterson has an open Shepard, and it's stolen. And wide open, Madison Lewis has another wide open layup for this Warriors squad. 31-point lead now.
A good defense leads to really easy offense, wide open underneath the basket.
And that's what this Warriors team was trying to do early on in this game, but they were getting fouls called on them. Olney running a weave offense. Gibson backdoor pass to Dove, and it was a good backdoor cut by Dove. She wasn't able to make the layup, and it was hit out of bounds by, they say, Chloe Dallas. Chloe Dallas is...
It looked like Dove was even starting to walk away, like she had turned it over, and said, oh, I'll just turn back around then.
Gibson underneath her own basket. She's going to throw it up top to Hawkins. Hawkins to Gibson. Gibson open left wing three, and it's good.
It's Gibson's first points. She's been such a great facilitator and ball handler for OCC.
Olney's going to need a lot more of that from Gibson. As Smith gets to Waheed on the left wing. Waheed driving in, gets it to Smith. Now to the corner to Lewis for three. Nothing but air, but Brunson gets the rebound, throws it up, and another just late whistle. And it's called a foul, and Brunson will go to the line for two.
It's going to be on Peterson there. Yeah, it was late and from the farther away referee. Not that I disagree with the call. Brunson,
once again.
There's a lot of contact there. It's just late.
Once again, we don't disagree with the call. It's just a very late whistle, as the first free throw is no good from Brunson. 52-24 with 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Second free throw is good from Brunson, making it 53-24. Gibson being guarded by Aaliyah Smith. Gibson gets it to Hawkins. Now back to Gibson on the right wing. Gibson dribbling over to the top of the key, being guarded by Smith, and a great dribble move on Smith. And an open layup for Shepard, and that's good.
A crossover right to the nice bounce pass. Got Shepard in rhythm at the block.
And now Smith trying to show off her own dribble moves of her own. Gets it to Chloe Dallas down low. Probably should have gotten an and one, but she finishes through the contact. And Leah Smith showing off her own dribble moves and passing skills as well. Hawkins looking to drive in on Lewis. She's not able to. Trying to drive baseline now. Dribbles out of bounds. Great defense from Lewis. And that will be Warrior basketball.
Well, Hawkins tried to use her speed there to get past Lewis, but Lewis might be the fastest player in the conference. So, Lewis got to her spot first and forced Hawkins out of bounds again.
Leah Smith gets it over to Wahid on the right wing. Warriors passing the ball around the perimeter. Gets it to Smith on the left wing. She's going to go up right-handed, no good. Missed and rebounded by Shepard, and Peterson now has the ball, and they're going to call a block and foul on Brunson. May have thought that she just kind of dribbled out of bounds, but that's what Brunson herself is thinking. But she's going to get called for the block, and Olney will stay with possession. Hawkins gets it to Gibson on the left side. And a little bit of weave offense once again. Peterson looking to drive in, passes out to Hawkins, now to Gibson. Around the volleyball line, she goes to the top of the key on a Smith. Step back three from Gibson is no good, and rebounded by Brunson. Brunson on the right wing, she's looking to drive, has an open layup, gets blocked by Dove, but they're going to call a foul, and Gibson holding on to her ankle goes down. Not a good sign. You hate when a play, you look down and she's holding her ankle and she's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break here, and we hope to have some good news about Cadence Gibson when we come back.
Support provided by the Wabash Valley Arts Council, welcoming acclaimed musical artist Chris Valillo and old-time roots music, Thursday, March 21st at 7 p.m. in the Rubeck Arts Center on the campus of Wabash Valley College. Ticket information is available by phone at 618-263-5164. Patron passes will be honored.
Little town news, rusty old horseshoes.
Hi, my name is Rylan Robb. I am from Albion, Illinois, and I am a radio TV major here at Wabash Valley College. From broadcasting all sorts of sports games to producing my own TV show and radio show, the hands-on experience is as much as you want to do with it. In terms of the program itself, I think it's really special. It's really like almost a little family in a way, and it's really been really nice being able to experience the things I have with people that genuinely appreciate it with me.
And we are back as Cadence Gibson was not able to walk off on her own. She was holding her ankle pretty badly. It looked very, very painful on her end. Hopefully everything is good with Gibson.
Hopefully just some pain after possibly being stepped on. Hopefully nothing serious or long term there.
Yeah, just hoping for the best, But Brunson will be at the line for two. 55-26 with 6 minutes exactly left in this third quarter as Brunson misses the first free throw. Isabel Adkins is in for Gibson, her first time in the ballgame. 56-26 after Brunson makes her second free throw. Hawkins gets it to Peterson. Peterson to the corner to Adkins. Adkins. And now Leah Smith on the left wing gets to Wahid on the right wing. Wahid drives in. And really, the first time we've called her name all day here in the third quarter. 58-26, 5:25 left in the third quarter. Hawkins finds an open Peterson for three, no good. And Wahid gets the rebound, throws it back into Dallas. Dallas up to Aaliyah Smith. Aaliyah Smith, 3-on-3, finds Brunson down low, left hand, no good. And rebounded by Shepard. Lainey Hawkins has the ball for Olney. She dribbles over to the left side, gets it to Atkins on the left wing, now back to Hawkins. And Hawkins cross-court pass to Shepard, left-handed floater, no good. And Dallas fighting for the board, wasn't able to get it. Throw shot by Shepard, no good. And left-handed shot by Olney, also no good. That was Bitterman on the putback attempt. Olney multiple chances to score, but wasn't able to put anything down. Aaliyah Smith throws it over to Brunson on the left wing. Still a 2-3 zone by Olney. Brunson gets a screen from Dallas. Out to Smith, right wing three, no good. And Atkins is able to get the rebound. Atkins being doubled, gets it to Hawkins. Hawkins being guarded by Smith. 4:16 left in this third quarter. Hawkins looks to the corner to Shepard. A little bit of confusion, not a whole lot of energy from Olney as Hawkins looking to drive in, dumps it down low, and it's stolen by beautiful Waheed. Waheed and the Warriors have numbers, 3-on-2 up to Smith. Smith tried to dump it off to Brunson, and Brunson just couldn't catch it.
Smith should have just taken that herself. Brunson wasn't ready for a pass.
And Hawkins passes it up court to Peterson. Peterson open, she's gonna take a three, and that's good. Transition three from Peterson.
She's got 3 of them today. The only other one for Olney is Cadence Gibson early in this third quarter.
58-29, 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Waheed on the left wing gets it to Smith at the top of the key now. Madison Lewis open, right wing three is no good, and rebounded by Atkins. Atkins gets it to Peterson. Peterson trying to dribble around Brunson. She's going to try and drive in. Spins around the free throw line. Passes it off to Shepard. Now to Bitterman down low, and Bitterman puts up the layup.
Bitterman was 6 playing down in the post.
Smith on the right wing now instead of Lewis. Gets it to Lewis at the top of the key. They're passing around the perimeter to beautiful Waheed. Now Lewis at the top of the key to Brunson in the right corner. She dribbles, goes baseline, and is blocked, but another late whistle. I'm really not a fan of the late whistle.
Yeah, it's the same ref that does it every time.
But I believe we're going to get a media timeout here. We'll take about a minute break along with the other two squads.
You already know that the First National Bank is your real community bank, but have you met our people? It's the people inside that make us a community bank. We live here, we work here, we're your neighbors and your friends. When you bank with us, your money is reinvested in your community. At the First National Bank, our customers are more than an account number. People are the reason for this community. We're your hometown bank, serving the area since 1906. We are the First National Bank, where our people make the difference. Come see us today. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Before coming to Senior Enrichment Center, I was so depressed that I couldn't get out of bed. That all changed once I started seeing Danielle, the social worker, and Melanie, the nurse. They have been so kind, and they truly care about my health. They have helped me to be able to go out and have shown me the importance of how to deal with my problems in a more constructive way. I think anyone who is experiencing grief, depression, anxiety, or isolation can benefit from this program. The Senior Enrichment Center has changed my life.
And we are back after the media timeout. Brunson going to the line for 2 free throws. First one's up and good. 2:49 left in this third quarter.
Makes Brunson 5 of 7 from the line this evening.
She's went to the line a decent amount, and she's been effective from the line. She makes her second one as well. As Micaiah Porter checks into the game for Brunson. 60-31 with 2:45 left here in the third quarter. Hawkins has the ball for Olney. She gets it to Shepard. Shepard almost got it stolen by Smith. And Shepard gets it swatted out of bounds by Allen. It will stay with Olney. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Atkins throwing the ball in from our own sideline. Gets it to Slocum. Slocum now to Hawkins. Hawkins back to Slocum. In the corner, she dribble drives out to Atkins. Atkins up top to Cannon for 3, no good. Rebounded by Harris. Harris to Smith. Smith slows it down, gets it to Porter. It was not a good pass from Smith.
Tried for the no look. Porter wide open in the corner. Probably would have knocked down that 3 ball. She got a pass that was right in her pocket, but Smith tried for the no look, up big, up by 29, and instead threw it right into the Wabash Valley bench.
Nakia Bartney, her first minutes in this ball game. She had herself a solid game against Vincennes as well, a couple of and ones. As now Murray is also checked into the game. She's guarding Atkins, but Hawkins dribbles, gets it to Slocum in the corner. She drives baseline, dribbles right back out, finds Cannon. Cannon to Atkins, right wing three is good from Atkins. McKaylee Allen. On the right wing, she gets it to Harris up top at the top of the key. And now back to Allen. Allen trying to facilitate the offense for the Warriors right now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Murray's wide open, left wing three. No good. Rebounded by Bartney. Bartney goes up right-handed and finishes.
Well, she's so good at that. Strong offensive rebounder, and she always goes right back up with it.
Hawkins gets it to Cannon. Cannon dribbling in on Porter, hands it off to Slocum. And now gets it to Hawkins on the right wing. Hawkins in the corner to Cannon. Cannon drives on Bartney. Back up top to Hawkins. Hawkins dribbling right-handed, gets it back to Hawkins. Hawkins now being guarded great by Murray. Little bit of a bump from Murray, and they're going to call a foul. And it will be Olney basketball out of bounds. Maybe not the biggest fan of that call. A little bit of a bump, I could see it. But Hawkins trying to find an open night, and she does. Hawkins driving in on Murray, tries to go up, and they're going to call a foul on Harris. And that will send Hawkins to the line.
A couple of fouls there that bailed out OCC. They were getting down to the end of the shot clock before Murray had the bump foul, and then that time they fouled Hawkins trying to go to the rack, trying to cross underneath the paint.
First free throw from Hawkins is up and good. Cuts the lead to 62-35 with 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Probably won't see a whole lot of these Wabash Valley Warriors starters here for the rest of the game, but we know Luke Scheidecker. As Allen has the ball on the right wing, she gets a screen from Bartney. Allen hands it off to Porter. Porter also getting a screen from Bartney. Porter dumping it down low, and it's stolen. She was trying to find an open Murray. 40 seconds left. Hawkins to Bitterman. Bitterman gets it back out to Hawkins. Hawkins pump fake, got Porter jumping out of the gym, but it's stolen by Harris. Her third steal of the ball game. Harris up to Murray. Murray to Porter. Left-handed finish is good.
Unselfish extra passes. Love to see that.
Hawkins with the basketball. No shot clock. Here with about 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Hawkins to an open Atkins. Atkins drives. Gets it back out to Slocum. Slocum up top to Hawkins. Hawkins dribble drive. Pump fake. Cannon. Hawkins three. No good. Rebounded by Harris. 1 second left. Harris throws up a half-court heave. And that's not even close, but 64-36 after three. We'll be back in a minute.
Before coming to Senior Enrichment Center, I was so depressed that I couldn't get out of bed. That all changed once I started seeing Danielle, the social worker, and Melanie, the nurse. They have been so kind, and they truly care about my health. They have helped me to be able to go out and have shown me the importance of how to deal with my problems in a more constructive way. I think anyone who is experiencing grief, depression, anxiety, or isolation can benefit from this program. The Senior Enrichment Center has changed my life.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has a huge selection of Jeeps and Chryslers. We have great deals, affordable financing, and an exceptional service department. Come see us today or view our new and pre-owned inventory at stevefaulknerautomotive.com. Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has a complete lineup of Fords. We have great deals, affordable financing, and an exceptional service department. Come see us today or view our new and pre-owned Fords at stevefaulknerautomotive.com.
And we are back here on 89.1 The Bash and News Channel 15 YouTube. After three quarters, your Lady Warriors are up 64-36. Might have dialed down the scoring just a tad bit. Only 18 points in the third quarter for the Warriors, but their defense kept them up as well. as they are up 28 points right now. Hawkins being guarded by Murray as Olney starts off the quarter with the ball. Hawkins goes up, gets blocked by Murray, but it's stolen by Harris. Bitterman was trying to, and Bitterman gets the steal on Harris. Wide open, Hawkins layup. Hawkins throws it up, and it's good for Olney. Harris, such a good ball handler. Don't see it stolen from her a whole lot. Porter driving in on the 2-3, and it's going to be a kick ball. Instead, a little bit irate there from Porter, just trying to create some offense.
You know, she tried to split the two defenders, lost the handler for a second. I like the idea of it, just got to keep control of the basketball, and she probably could have had an easy basket.
I think if she would have went more in stride instead of dribbling so much inside, you know, once you get to that free throw line, start your stride into your layup. I think it would have been it was open space. But Allen throwing it in, throws it up to Harris. Harris is going to get a screen from Bartney. She looks down low for Bartney, but it gets hit out of bounds and will stay with the Warriors. I love the high-low post action right there. If Bartney's just able to get position, wide open. But same thing, Allen throwing it in from just the other side of the sideline. Allen throws it up to Murray at the top of the key. Murray dribbling in, stays around the free throw line, steps back mid-range. No good, but Porter's able to get the rebound. Porter back to Murray. Murray now goes to the right wing. Murray gets it to Bartney, 3 seconds. Bartney goes up and is fouled. And she will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, that first shot there didn't hit the rim, and Wabash Valley almost didn't realize. And luckily, Coach Sharika right there in their ears to let them know you got to get going to the basket. And Bartney just took it right to the hoop and got hacked.
And it looks like Hawkins might have caught a hand or an elbow from Bartney. She's holding on to her nose. And Hawkins has been subbed out for Atkins.
Well, it's now the two primary ball handlers off the floor right now with Gibson and Hawkins for OCC.
Bartney misses her first free throw. Yeah, we'll have to see who the main ball handler is. I would assume it would be Cannon for Olney. Second free throw's no good. Harris gets the rebound, puts it back up and in. 66-38, 9 minutes left in this ball game. Adkins gets to Cannon on the right wing, now back up to Adkins. Adkins gets to Peterson on the left wing, gets it to Dove. Dove, left corner 3, no good. Nothing but air. Allen's able to get the rebound. Allen looking to drives in, mid-range pull-up, no good. Rebounded by Shepard. Peterson. Now the ball handler for Olney, being guarded by Allen. Peterson hands off to Cannon. Cannon then gets it to Shepard. Back to Cannon, dribbling around the perimeter. Passes to Adkins. Adkins to Dove in the corner. Adkins was wanting to take the 3, but one dribble, tries to throw it back to Cannon, and is hit out of bounds by Porter. Will stay with Olney.
Porter's always flying around on defense, trying to knock the ball away just like that.
She's been grabbing a lot of rebounds, too, as she gets the steal right there. And now Harris and Allen, 2-on-1. Woo, and a little shifty move right there from Harris.
Took it herself.
Porter limping just a tad bit off the court. You hate to see that as Luke Scheidecker doing Luke Scheidecker things, throwing the starters back in.
Porter limping a little bit. She's still up on her feet, though, so she seems to be hopefully okay.
Yeah, she's in a little bit of pain. She's trying to walk it off on the sideline. But 68-38 after the Harris layup. Adkins tries to find Dove down low, but it's stolen by Dallas. Waheed lobbing it up to Smith, and she just was not able to corral it, and it's going to go out of bounds on Smith, and it will be Olney basketball.
Well, he tried to throw that one into double coverage that time, and the DBs, if you will, won.
Peterson being guarded by Lewis. Peterson looking to drive in, gets Cannon up top. Cannon being guarded by Waheed, hands it off to Shepard. Shepard to the left wing to Peterson. Peterson, she's got 3 threes here today. As Peterson spins, gets it to Dove in the short corner. No good, but is rebounded by Brunson. And Peterson kind of shoved Brunson, and it will be called a foul. Brunson and Dallas colliding just a tad bit on the rebound. As we see the men's team warming up upstairs, stretching for this next matchup. Make sure to tune into that one. I think it'll be a good game, the last regular season game for the Warriors. Lewis to Waheed on the right wing. Waheed to Brunson up top, inside to Smith. Smith dumps it down to Dallas. Dallas goes up right-handed. The high-low post action is probably my favorite basketball to watch against the 2-3 zone.
And it's just even funner to watch, or more fun, I should say, with a great passer like Smith down there to make those crazy passes.
Cannon being guarded by Brunson. Brunson playing great defense. Dove looking to drive in, spins left-handed layup, no good. Rebounded by Dallas. Smith is wide open. In between the legs, pass to Lewis. Left-handed layup is good. 72-38 as Cannon gets it to Dove in the short corner, being guarded by Dallas. Cannon swing pass up top to Peterson. Peterson dribbling right, hands it off to Cannon. Cannon looking to go to the top of the key. She goes back to Peterson in the right corner. Now Shepard trying to get position, but it's stolen by Waheed. Lewis 2-on-2 with Smith. Lewis goes up and is blocked by Atkins. And Smith, Warriors not getting back on defense. Open three for Peterson is no good, and that's just going to go out of bounds. And that will be Warriors basketball.
Got a little chaotic there for a second. Got some quick-paced action.
Oh, that's Warriors basketball right there for you. 6 minutes left in the ball game. 72-38 once again. Sure Lady Warriors look to end the regular season with another dominating victory. Aaliyah Smith will lob it up to Waheed on the alley-oop play. On the oop, I guess. The alley-oop would be the slam dunk. Waheed was nowhere near the rim, as it might have not been the best pass from Aaliyah Smith. But it will be Olney basketball after the missed layup from Waheed. Cannon in between the legs finds Atkins for three. Atkins' three is no good. And rebound gotten by Waheed. Waheed to Brunson. Brunson leading the charge. Brunson looks to the left wing. Wide open Aaliyah Smith from downtown. Got it. Nothing but net from Aaliyah Smith.
She's got 3 3-pointers. Had one in each quarter except for the third. She had one in the first, second, and now fourth.
About 5 minutes left in the ball game. Dove left wing three herself. No good. Almost out of bounds, but rebounded by Shepard. And Cannon at the top of the key gets it to Atkins on the right wing, and she keeps it in bounds. Atkins driving right, tries to dump it down to Dove, but it's hit out of bounds off the foot of Dallas.
That's what it was definitely off her foot. They probably should have called a kick ball, although it ends up staying with OCC nonetheless.
And that will be a media timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break along with the two squads out there.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide. But that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service. Give us 2 business days. That's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely. And we're protected and you're protected that way.
Support provided by the Wabash Valley Arts Council, welcoming acclaimed musical artist Chris Valillo and old-time roots music, Thursday, March 21st at 7 p.m. in the Rubeck Arts Center on the campus of Wabash Valley College. Ticket information is available by phone at 618-263-5164. Patron passes will be honored.
Little town news, rusty old horseshoe.
And we are back here on 89.1 The Bash and News Channel 15. Olney getting started early on their possession. Cannon threw it down low to Dove, but it will be a shot clock violation, and it will be right back to Warriors basketball. 75-38 with about 4:40 left in the ball game. Warriors really just on cruise control right now.
They got the stars out there still.
It's the Luke Scheidecker ways. As Aaliyah Smith down low dumps it off to Chloe Dallas. See, and Dallas is just able to get position every single time. Aaliyah Smith catches the ball low in the post, brings that middle guy up, and Dallas is just wide open because she has position every time. It's beautiful to watch. But Dove in the short corner, great move on Chloe Dallas with the spin move, but misses the layup. Dallas is able to get the rebound. Finds Lewis, and Lewis was in the corner, but it was thrown a little bit too far ahead of her. For her liking, goes out of bounds. It will be Olney basketball. As we said, you know, the starters were in the game. They are now not in the game. But this is what the lineup's going to look, the team is really going to look like next year alongside beautiful Waheed as well. So
crazy to think she's just a freshman.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. 77-38, under 4 minutes remaining in the ball game now. Adkins being guarded by Murray. Cannon being guarded by Porter. Murray gets her hand on it. Atkins trying to drive baseline. She lobs it up to Bitterman. Bitterman now to Slocum. Slocum, mid-range shot is no good. Rebounded by Harris. Harris looking down low to Murray. Murray's open. Murray power dribble, tries to go up. No, she tries to dump it off to Bardney. And now Shepard gets it to Cannon. Cannon now to Adkins. Adkins to Slocum in the corner. Slocum back to Adkins as she dribbles to the top of the key, being guarded by Nakia Bardney. On the right wing is Cannon. And we're gonna get a timeout. Or we're gonna get a player substitution.
I'm not sure what happened there. The referee blew the whistle and kind of pointed to Cannon, and then they called for a sub for her. I'm not sure if the refs saw something that.
I'm really not sure at all what just happened, but Peterson subbing into the game for her as Porter was able to get a steal. They said that she had stepped out of bounds, but Zach, from my angle, and I know from your angle as well, from your reaction, we did not see that at all.
No, she was certainly in bounds.
And Peterson throws it inbounds to Bitterman. Bitterman hook shot, no good, rebounded by Harris. Harris leading the charge. Harris so good as a ball handler. Goes behind the back, finds an open Porter. Porter, left wing three, got it. Porter from deep getting in on the three-point action as well. 80-38 now, under 3 minutes remaining in this ball game. Adkins to Peterson. Peterson, a great pass to Slocum. Slocum is just not able to get it a shot, but they're going to call a foul on. Don't know if they're going to call on Micaiah Porter, and they do. And will be Olney ball out of bounds. What do you think about that call, Zach?
Could have been a tie-up.
Warriors almost up 50 in this ball game, up 42 at the moment. Adkins with the ball gets it to Bitterman at the top of the post. She gets it outside to Slocum in the corner. Slocum dribbling left. She's going to use her screen from Bitterman. And now back to Adkins on the right wing, being guarded by Bardney. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Adkins has to get a shot off. Shepard does. Hits the rim, no good, but rebounded by Allen. And the Warriors get another possession here. Allen looking to drive all the way. She does, goes up right-handed and follows through.
Coast to coast, Michaela Allen.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Peterson on the right wing, being guarded by Porter. Bitterman gets the ball in the corner, tries to go baseline, not able to. Peterson does go baseline and might have gotten blocked. I couldn't tell if she had maybe gotten blocked or what happened, but Nakia Bardney and Slocum get in a tie-up for a jump ball, and it will be Warriors basketball. 1:44 left in this ball game. And now Cannon is just back into the ball game. Still very confused on why Cannon was subbed out in the middle of a play.
I don't know. Good to see her back out there, though.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see that everything's all right. 82-38. Allen has the ball at the top of the key. Gets it to Bardney. Bardney mid-range shot up, no good. A little bit too strong, but Bardney fights for the rebound. And they're going to call a travel on the Nakia Barney under the basket. Might have shuffled her feet. Might have not have. We got some interesting calls here in the later stages of this ball game. Slocum with the ball on the right wing gets hit by Murray, goes back to Olney, and it's stolen by Harris this time. Harris, underhand pass to Murray, and Murray goes up and in.
She might have got away with a little bit of travel.
It's a makeup call, you know. 84-38 now. Under a minute remaining in this ball game. Bitterman being guarded by Harris. Bitterman tries to go back to Cannon, isn't able to. Adkins driving in, gets it to Slocum. Slocum looking to score. She does, up and in. Great move from Slocum, dribbling around, weaving defenders.
I liked watching that on that last play. Luke Scheiker just laughing over there because he knew that Murray got away with that travel.
I think everyone in the building knew. Allen down to Harris. Harris no look pass to Barney. Barney goes up and in. Be 0.4 seconds in between game and shot clock. I don't expect.
I think I heard OCC's coach just yell out, "No shot, no shot."
So, looks like in our first game of its doubleheader here on a nice Tuesday night, we get this Tuesday started off good as always. Your Lady Warriors 5 seconds away from another conference win. And just another, that's undefeated once again in the conference. 12-0 to end the regular season in conference. 86-40 is the final score. Zach, do you want to cover some stats real quick for the Lady Warriors?
Yeah, well, they played good on both ends, which, you know, you always like to see, especially, you know, this might have been the last regular season game, but this ain't their last game.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they're going a long way. You know, they played really great today, even without their lead point guard, Shemaya Reed. Well, he only had 4 points. Didn't have to have her the leading scorer. They had scoring plenty of other ways. Smith finished with 17. Lewis also with 17. Chloe Dallas ended up with 13 points. Brunson had a great day at the free throw line, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, and I believe that's 12 points total. So scoring, spread it around, and the defense really the story of the show.
Yeah, you love to see the Warriors starting off the day great. 86-40 victory. We'll be back in about 20 minutes or so. Do not miss the second game of our doubleheader. Your Wabash Valley Warriors will be taking on the Olney Central Knights.